Hello everyone, Nobsy here, and it's time for another installment of giving direction to a directionless account. And I figured we could take a look at what I've been doing over the past couple of days and see what, if any, improvements I've made since we last caught up. And first off though, I wanted to give a shout out to the UNG cluster. I joined them a little while ago and have just actually joined their feeder clan with this account. Members are very helpful, everyone's really nice. They do have a few clans with scaling expectations about content and which content you should be clearing to join which clan. But yeah, they're a really good bunch, and I'll put the Discord link down in the description if you're interested in checking them out. And so the main thing that I spent the last couple of days doing was there was a Ice Golem tournament going on. So I finally kind of decided to take the plunge and tackle Ice Golem on this account to see where we could get to with the team that we have. And if you remember back to the first video, we were on stage 14 when I took over. And so let's see. Look at that. We've cleared stage 20 with a clear time of 3 minutes 34. Now, not the fastest stage clear. No, not really interested in speed clearing at the moment. Just interested in making sure it's a clear and it's as close to 100% as possible. So we'll just dive in and I'll set a run going while I talk through the champions and what they're doing exactly. So this is full auto. Now I can take it off auto and work on it myself, but there we go. So Apothecary in the lead. His aura is increased defense. He's there for increased speed and for the occasional clutch heal that will save someone's life. Skull Crown is there purely for DPS, specifically because she has an AoE on each skill, so she's really good for wave clear, and she'll really help with getting the side adds down. Syl is there for the stuns that are coming from her A2, but also the occasional clutch revive again, like this. Her passive healing is also a godsend when coming through the waves. And then Kale and Tomb Lord are there for poisons, mainly. DPS, though, overall. Poisons are the way that we're going to get the Ice Golem down at the end. So these waves, they're a bit awkward. They have a bit of health. They have block debuffs, which is never good. Now, we could combat this by bringing somebody who strips buffs off the enemy. Or we can just, as we've done here, just power through and try and kind of make sure we get through to the end on our own steam. So there we go, you see. Tomb Lord did the decrease attack, decrease defense, which is really useful for the waves, but also for the Ice Golem themselves. So you see we have two people down. Syl got a relentless proc then, so she got another turn. Kale is lifesteal, so he's going to help himself. Syl picks up Tomb Lord. Apothecary throws in a heal. This wave is really terrible. I hate this wave because it has a lot of them have the reflect damage up, so you can't push too much damage into them. Otherwise, you'll actually end up damaging yourself too much, and you won't get far. Put it that way. As you've seen with some of the guys here. You see how useful that heal is that's coming in from Apothecary. It's every few turns, just a nice chunky heal that's going to help keep the team going and motoring on. So we'll just keep going, pushing through this wave. Nearly there. Who's going to... Oh, that's a lot of poisons on that doggy. There we go. Hopefully Syl will get a turn and... No. I was going to say maybe she'd get to revive before the Ice Golem herself. So, we're into the Ice Golem. You see there's three mobs, three monsters. There's the two side adds, and then there is the main guy. The main guy, when he does a slam, if both adds are up, he will ignore 100% of your defense. If only one side add is up, he will ignore 50% of your defense. This is why it's important that you clear the 2 side adds and you kill them as fast as you can. There's a couple of ways that you can approach this fight. Actually, you can bring someone who blocks revive, so these mobs cannot be revived, because when he does his slam, he will revive any dead adds. So you could bring someone who will block the revive. You could bring someone who places the block revive on the enemy when they kill them, or you could bring someone, if you're a bit later in the game, like Lydia, who has a passive skill that blocks the revive of any enemies. So as you see, the run is fairly stable, fairly smooth. There's not really a time when everybody is almost dead. We've got a lot of poisons on the boss, which is a perfect way for us to tick down his health, because you can't just fully chunk him all the way down. If you do that, then he has a retaliatory strike that will trigger, so that it's this frigid vengeance. He attacks all enemies one time whenever his hit points drop below a certain point. So you could nuke him down and get all of those at once and probably cause yourself to wipe, or you can slowly but surely take him down and heal yourself up back through the thing. Or maybe there's a way, I think it's using the exploders, HP burn exploders, that will not trigger his passive. But there we go. So run completed. That was a longer run than the other ones, but still, there was no real time when we were struggling. We managed to get it perfect. We interrupt your scheduled broadcast with one small update regarding Frigid Vengeance. Frigid Vengeance cannot be triggered by poison damage and HP burn ticks. However, it can be triggered by direct damage and poison explosion. Poison activation or HP burn activation will not trigger Frigid Vengeance. With that, we return back to your regular broadcast. So now the run's over, let's go to the champion page, because I mentioned some of the skills that we want from people that we're bringing. So if you are looking for someone to build your own Ice Golem team, or any team where you need to find a specific thing to bring, the champion filter is an amazing way of finding these things. So you can look specifically for buffs. So this buff is increased speed. So this shows me all of the champions that I have that bring the increase speed buff. Now it might not be on all allies, it might just be on one ally, like Syl, for example. She has the chance to place increased speed. I think it's on a passive. Yeah, she has a chance to place increased speed on a random ally for 2 turns. Haikaton also fills the turn meter and increased speed on all allies. So as I said, we're looking for someone to bring increased speed. Haikaton could fill that role of apothecary. Now this will only show you the champions that you have that have those buffs. It's really useful as well. You could find positive effects. So fill 10 meter. So do we have people who bring increased 10 meter? So where does Deliana's 10 meter increase come from? Where did it come from? There it is, A3. Geez, I was having a moment there. I couldn't find it. But you see, Apothecary and Haikaton bring increased speed and fill the 10 meter. The other thing that I said was something that I wanted to bring or make sure that we brought was poison. So then you can actually filter for the lower poison, the 2.5, but you can also search for the 5%. So we see Farakin brings poisons on his A2, but it's only on one target. Tomb Lord and Kale are my main poisoners, but also Suiren from Shadowkin brings poisons as well. That's on a 1 target. But that's fine because you're not looking for necessarily for AoE poisons. You could do a single target poison, stack them up, and then if you maybe had a champion that has debuff spread, you could spread the debuffs then around the team. So yeah, that's kind of a good way for you to find things within your own account. So when you see these videos and when you see videos of people saying you want to bring X debuff or you want to bring X buff, Y buff, then you can actually go to the champion filter and look in your own specific account for the buffs that you need to bring for each fight. And what I hope this tip helps. Aside from this, I've actually completed a few quests here, but let me just claim these. And now I have a wonderful blue circle of death. Well, it's not a blue circle of death, but it's a loading symbol. But yeah, I've completed a few quests, I've completed a few challenges, and when this is loaded, what I might do is I'll go to the challenges, claim those, and then I'll go to the tournament and let me just do this now. So go to challenges. So I won a campaign battle using 4 champions of level 60. Get myself a legendary book. I've completed all of those now. Perfect. I also did this, getting 5-star artifacts from Kerok Castle. I'm slowly but surely going to kind of work through these and clear as many off as I can to get rid of them off the screen. But they also give some benefits. They give some bonuses, which are they're useful eventually. So let's have a look at Ice Golem, see where I got to. I know I actually claimed the rewards, I think, from the Ice Golem tournament. But yeah, you see, I actually went pretty deep in the tournament itself. Finished 12, didn't get any extra rewards, but that's fine. Tag Team Arena, TTA, I have already 100 energy that I can claim. As you can see, my energy is still around 15,000. I'm slowly working through it, but eventually we will reach 0, and hopefully at that point we'll have some champions that have some gear on. I actually wanted to call out, so remember way back we were at 60, below 60 stars. Well, I'm over 215 now. We're more or less round a few. I've missed a couple, I think, but we've got a few stars on nearly everywhere now, and we'll advance the teams as we go, and I'll do a separate video on that at some stage. But as always, thank you for your time, and if you enjoy the content, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one.